Hello, my name is Karla Guzman, and today my topic is going to be cosmetic testing on animals. So let's start with, what do animals have to do with makeup? In the past, animals were used in testing to test unsafe products that were not government licensed yet. And they would run trials on those animals so that they wouldn't get in trouble for marketing a product that was unsafe for people. But now there are much better ways of testing due to technological advancements, such as cell testing or volunteer methods. So, how are these makeup industries testing these products on their animals? Well, usually when they're gonna test on animals, they buy a group of animals such as bunnies, rats, dogs, and usually smaller animals, and they keep them in a confinement lab, right? So they're confined in like cages and such, right? And then a personnel of that lab will either put them to sleep, or yeah, they'll put them to sleep, and that's when they're gonna start running trials. And each animal can have multiple trials run on them. And I was reading that even when the animal is pregnant, they will still be subjected to such trials. And once the animal gives birth, they can subject the children, the birthing of the animal's children as well, to animal testing. Um, and in cruelty-free cosmetics, they also, as mentioned before, the new technological advancements, they use volunteers, they use the cell testing, and they find methods that don't require animals because, again, testing on animals, it's ineffective and it's not that great, right? So according to the FDA, animal testing cosmetics, the FDA supports the development of alternatives to the whole animal testing, as well as adhere to the most humane methods available within the limits of scientific capability when the animals are being used for testing the safety of cosmetic products. So basically, what they're trying to say is there are better ways of testing whether a product is safe or not. And sorry. And there are better ways of testing if a product is safe or not. So why haven't they stopped their methods? The reason why some companies have not stopped their methods, this is usually in foreign countries, is because it's more cost effective. It's more cost effective to grab a bunch of animals and subject them to testing rather than have volunteers, because for volunteers you need to pay them. For cell testing, it's a lot more expensive to be able to do that. So again, it's cheaper for them to buy just a herd of animals to test on, and it's kind of like a loophole. It's a loophole for companies to be able to test on animals, because they can't test those same products on humans, because then they would get in trouble for it. But there's a lot more lenient rules for the testing of animals. And this method is definitely changing because there are more companies that are going cruelty free and that are making the change to become cruelty free, and that's great, because testing on animals, it's ineffective, it's inhumane, and overall there just are better methods than what some companies are doing. And thank you for listening to my presentation.